Hello everybody and welcome to a new festival guide. Festival season 2023 is almost here. Rebirth, which is the kick-off of the festival season in the Netherlands, is here in a few weeks. I am so excited. I'm filming this on the first day of spring, and as you can see from the bright light on my the gray brightish light on my face, it's not very sunny outside, but I already took off my glasses because it was just like mirroring the window. Didn't look great, but it is what it is, typical Dutch weather. In this video I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks to survive Dutch festival season. I'm also going to give you a little list of everything you need to bring. I'll also put that list in the description. I also have a few discount codes that will be useful for festivals, so I'm just gonna put them here so you can, copy them or whatever, and I'm also going to put them in my description. Why is there a... Oh, that's just my mirror reflecting. I was like, why is there a pixel fucked? But it's not, thank God. I had that once with lasers. I also went on Instagram and asked what your best tips and tricks are for festivals. So I'm gonna add those at the end of this video as well. Because, the more experience we have together, the better. Let's get into this. I do have my little cheating list here. I have my YFood here. I just came running from the gym. But I really wanted to film this and get this out because I'm already a little bit later than I usually am. Also, if you want festival guides for each weekend festival, let me know. Rebirth is the first coming up. I can definitely do a festival guide for that. But of course we have Intense, DEFCON, Decibel, Drop Zone and Forbidden Island as well. I'm going there this year too, so let me know if you want to see that. Okay, so this guide is going to be about outdoor festivals. I'm going to talk about day festivals. I'm also going to talk about weekend festivals. Almost dropped my phone. But most of this applies for indoor festivals as well. The first thing you always need to bring is some sort of ID or passport. Of course, your tickets, you can just show them on your phone. It's good to save them because sometimes the internet's already bad in queue. So, make a little screenshot or save them as a file, which is the best way to do it. Also, of course, parking or whatever way you're going to travel there. Parking is usually cheaper if you get it online beforehand. Also, there's often shuttle buses and everything. So figure out how you're going to get there, but most of all, figure out how you're going to get home or wherever you're going after. For money, I would always advise to bring some cash. Some festivals are cashless and Why did you just jump into my book? What the hell? What I want to say was bringing cash usually helps you get your tokens quicker because the cash queues are usually shorter. Obviously, we're still working with the token system in the Netherlands. I think that's gonna go away soonish, but for now, it's still there. Also, something I would really recommend is bringing hearing protection. You can get hearing damage from 80 decibels and up, and festivals are usually allowed to go to 103. Some go even higher, we all know that. So protect your ears. Honestly, I have a whole series about why you should. It's called Definitely. I'll link it down below too so you can check it out. You can get a few different kinds of hearing protection. You also usually have those little foam ones. They do help, but they don't filter anything out and they don't really fit your ears really well. They're just honestly kind of annoying. They're more of a last resort. A little bit more expensive are the ones with a music filter. I'll link some down below. Festival Supply has them as well, and I do have a discount code for Festival Supply, which is Alena 2023, so you can get them discounted as well. Honestly, these are all kind of the same. When it comes to brands, it doesn't really matter much as long as they have a music filter, because the music filter helps making the music still sound really good, and you can also properly have a conversation with someone. It really works well. I fucking love them. I personally have custom ones. They are so nice. It fits so well. It works perfectly, and I'm obviously working so often at festivals. I do 1 or 2 every weekend if it's not more. It's definitely worth it. So if you either work in the industry or you visit a lot of festivals, try to look into that. I'll link some info about that below as well. So next up, we're going to talk about gadgets. Everything I'm going to talk about is from Festival Supply. As I said, code Alena 2023. These things are just gonna make your festival experience a little bit easier, a little bit more fun. You can also check their website for camping stuff, portable chargers, water bags, but also fun stuff like those bubble blowers and the little fans and everything that work with a button. They have a lot of fun stuff. So the first thing I would recommend is getting a CoinKeepr. As long as we still have tokens, these are really handy. These fit up to 40 tokens. They're you can just put them in there. Works really well, especially at weekends where you have just a lot more tokens than you would have at a day festival. It's just harder to lose your tokens with this. I wouldn't use this part. Honestly, this is kind of not great, I would just put them like in your fanny pack or in your pocket or even like in your bag in your tent and just like get the tokens out for the day that you want to use. I really like them. These really work. So one thing you've seen me talk about is the partydop. They also have the hard versions now at Festival Supply. I really like these. I like the soft ones better. I know some people prefer the hard ones better. But yeah, it's just really easy to close off your water bottle. It's also a really handy way to save some money because you just get one of these and you can refill your water bottle constantly without spilling water and everything. They have them in a ton of colors. They have them in multiple versions. Get whichever one you like best. But yeah, these are really handy. As I already mentioned, a portable charger is really handy as well. I always bring mine. I hardly ever use it, but if your phone does go empty, the worst thing is you want to go home, you want to find your friends, whatever, and your phone is empty. Even if you're not using your phone a lot, like it's on the whole day. So just a portable charger is really nice to have. Another really handy thing are the cup holders. I'll show some here. I don't have one right here right now, but they're really handy to hold your cups, either when you're like bringing drinks like around the crowd, when you're like holding beers or whatever you're gonna get at the bar. And then also the cup holders for the empty cups. We have a recycle system in the Netherlands. I will shortly explain the system for those who don't know. You get a little coin when you like get into the festival. I think I have one here. Do I not? No. Yeah, I do. Oh no, those are just tokens. But you get a little coin when you enter the festival. When you get a drink, you either exchange the coin or you bring back some plastic you already used. And with that you save money because else you have to pay extra. So now you have to keep your cup with you when you're like dancing and not immediately going to the bar. A cup holder is really handy. You can just hang it from your fanny pack. Like if you're hanging it like this, you can hang it from here or even like around your waist, or you can hang it from your belt or whatever. They're just really nice to put your cups in. And honestly, if just one friend is wearing them, you can just stack all the cups in there. Like you don't have to all get one, but it's just really handy if someone has one of them. Of course, the gadget we need to talk about are fans. This is a massive one from Festival Supply. I really like these. They also have the smaller ones. I just didn't have one lying around to show you, but it gets hot in the Netherlands. Not always, it's freaking raining now. But you know, you get it, especially inside the tents. It's so nice. These are glow in the dark. They have some really pretty ones of these big ones. They're also working on LED lights fans. I'm not sure when they're going to be in the shop, but they should be there soon. They told me. I'm really excited for that. But they also have the smaller fans. Get one you like with a fun design and, you know, just something that can't miss in the Netherlands is something against the rain, I suppose. Get a poncho. They do hand these out at festivals as well when the weather is really bad. Just bringing one is really handy, especially at the weekenders where you just throw these in your tent, or like get a proper raincoat. Get some wellies. Honestly, weekenders, get some wellies. I think they have those at Festival Supply as well. I think I got them there once. I don't know. I'll leave that in the description. You know where to get wellies. But these are really handy. I'm not even sure where I got this one, but you can buy these anywhere. Action, Festival Supply. As I said, they hand them out at the bars, at festivals. It's just nice to have some. Something I would also bring is a small bag, especially us women who don't have pockets. Though I've been wearing like skirts with pockets. Really nice, but bring something like a fanny pack. They have them in a ton of colors. This was the first one I had lying around. It had a sticker on there. Look, it looks kind of gross, but get one. There's even like still some stuff in there. There's like lipstick in here or something like that. And oh, I would recommend bringing these everywhere with you. Just some tissues. But yeah, get a small bag, whether it's a fanny pack or something else, something you can put your stuff in. It's also just safer than putting it on your pockets, especially if you wear it on your chest or on your hips. It's safer than like, especially in your back pockets. Please don't. You know, we have bad people everywhere, even at our festivals, and you don't want to get pickpocketed. Also, make sure you close it. I always put my most important stuff, like my passport and everything, in the bag, so it's like safe against my belly and nobody can reach it. And then I also just put the CoinKeepr and everything in there as well. So these are really handy. Also, if you do bring a fan, obviously this one is not gonna fit, but if you bring a smaller fan, they often fit in the like right there, so that's really handy as well. So we're gonna talk about clothes. What do you wear to a festival? I don't care what you're wearing to a festival. just wear something you're comfortable in, something you feel good in, something you feel pretty in. I do like funky outfits. I like it when people dress up for festivals, but again, you should be comfortable in it. And also I think festivals are a very fun place to express yourself. So if you have that dress or that outfit that you don't know where to wear it to, you can wear it to a festival. But I do have some tips when it comes to, you know, making your life a little bit easier at festivals. First of all, shoes. Wear shoes you can walk in all day. If you can wear high heels, walk in them all day, dance and jump in them, do it. But most people cannot. So think about that when you're going to a festival. Often there's sand and stuff as well, or grass. Make some shoes you can properly walk in and walk on all surfaces with. I would also always bring something like a hair tie. I always have like 1 or 2 around my wrist. I often have my hair up or like in 2 little ponytails or just 1 ponytail. It's just, especially like I have very long hair. I don't want it in my face all day. Also would recommend bringing something like a hat. You have seen me wear a ton of hats. I love hats. I just like wearing something on my head. But it's also because of the sun. Like, you don't want to get like a sunburn on your head. It's awful, and it also kind of protects your eyes. Sunglasses I would also bring. I do have sunglasses, you've seen me wear them, but I just like the hat thing, and I can just keep my normal glasses on, which is just nicer. They're like reflecting, that's why I'm not wearing them right now. Talking about the sun, I would also always bring SPF. You can bring like the small bottle ones. They usually have SPF at festivals, but not everywhere. And you don't want to get a sunburn, especially if you're like shining bright like me. I look so dead. Sun needs to come in. I need to get my freckles back. Because the weather is very unpredictable in the Netherlands, I would always bring a sweater. It can get cold during the evenings. As I said, a raincoat is always handy as well. Just keep an eye on what the weather is going to do. Also some dry socks. Honestly, dry socks are a freaking lifesaver. There's nothing worse than getting wet socks. And it can be like multiple reasons. Either rain, but you know, somebody pours a drink over your feet and your socks are wet for the rest of the day. That just sucks. So, sucks. So some other tips I have is I would also bring like chapstick. I spit, I'm sorry. Chapstick, dextro or gum, especially if you're using substances. Dextro and gum are really great. I'm honestly addicted to chapstick. Of all the addictions I could have had, it's chapstick. But that's really handy. And honestly, even partying sober like me, dextro is just really nice for the energy. Also, if you're like me, you need to take medication, you can bring a doctor's statement. Honestly, I'm kind of lazy and I just kind of hide my medication. Just put it like right there or something where they won't really find it, and if they do, I can still explain like what my medication is. But if you really need it, if you really want to be sure you can get it in, get a doctor's statement and they can't complain about anything. Also, food and drinks, even with day festivals, if you're traveling by car or going by one of those party buses that stays there, bring some food or drinks for the way back. YFood is a really good way to do this. I was going to drink this, I forgot. They have the powder ones that you make with water, but they also have the normal bottles. Wait, let me get one. I have some here. As I was saying, YFood is a really good way to do this. I have a taster pack right here. As you see, I drank most of it already, but a taster pack comes with 5 flavors, so you can try it out. It's code Alena YouTube for this, and you can get 10% off on anything on the website. So that's taster packs or your favorite flavor, or the powders, which I drink after the gym, which I should do and not forget about. They also have bars. They also have taster packs from the bars. I really enjoy the bars. I need to get out quick.
A few moments later.
As I was saying, water, also really good to put in your car. I usually leave a water bottle there or some Red Bull, especially because I'm driving all the time. I like to bring YFood to fill me up, and then Red Bull or water just to, you know, drink something. And also Red Bull really helps me survive. I don't like coffee, so that's a problem with my lifestyle. Okay, so let's talk about weekenders. Everything I already mentioned, you can bring to a weekender. But let's talk about some essentials, you know, to survive your weekend. First of all, a tent or any place to sleep. I went to festivals without a tent before. I mean, you get to sleep somewhere at some point, but would not recommend. Lots of festivals do have accommodations like Festi Tent. They're absolutely great. You can check on the website of the festival itself what accommodations they have. Of course, you can also book a hotel. Honestly, if you're doing a weekender, I would recommend staying at the campsite. They're just great. But I also recommend getting a accommodation like Festi Tent. Honestly, I stayed in a Festi Tent and a Festi for 3 or 4 times now last year. Was really, really great not to have to bring your own tent and everything because everything is ready. So I can recommend that. But if you're bringing your own tent, then this list is for you. You need an air mattress or anything to sleep on. You need a pump. You need a pillow and you need a sleeping bag. Also, if you're going to Rebirth or something like that, bring enough warm stuff. Bring 2 sleeping bags. Bring an extra blanket. It's going to be cold at night. I promise you, please make sure you're warm. Unless you have one of those sleeping bags made for the cold, you're gonna need like something extra. I would also always bring a lock to lock up your tent. Obviously, if they really want to get into a tent, they can cut it open, but it's a lot harder to cut open a tent without being obvious about it than just zipping it open. So bring a lock your tent. And also, if you're sleeping in it, especially if you're sleeping alone, lock your tent from the inside. I know it doesn't stop anything from happening if people really want to, but not only does it feel safer, it's also a lot harder for people to get into your tent while you're sleeping. Not even just for bad stuff, but I know some of our friends, they were also sleeping in a Festi tent and just like a drunk German guy just zipped open their tent and just lay there. It wasn't even his tent, like that sucks. So a lock helps prevent stuff like that a little bit, in the very least. I would also recommend bringing a foldable chair. You can just like put it up, sit near your tent in the morning, especially if you're having breakfast or whatever. It's nice not to have like search for a place where you can sit down. And also bring a small lamp. It will help you so much to have a lamp in your tent. I just always hang them. Oh, I need to buy a new one. I forgot about that. Gonna do that soon. But you can just hang them from the tent. Also, if you forgot to bring a lamp, a really good tip is to use a bottle. I'm just gonna show you with my plants, but you just put the bottle on your flashlight and then it lights up in the dark. And you know, it's actually kind of fun if you use like a Fanta bottle or something, you get like a fun colored light. But I would recommend bringing a light. This is my list that you need to bring as well. So clean clothes, obviously it's not bad to bring some extra clothes. Like you never know what's gonna happen. You never know if it's gonna rain. Some extra socks and underwear will save your life. Toothbrush and toothpaste, a hairbrush or any hair stuff you use. They usually have sockets at the showers and toilets areas. So if you like want to blow dry your hair or whatever, you can do it there. You can also charge stuff there. I sometimes charge like my camera batteries and stuff at the toilets. There's also usually other electricity places at the festivals, depending which festival you're at. Warm clothes like a onesie or sweatpants, especially at the weekenders where it's colder during the night, a onesie just saves your ass. I do have a discount code for onesies as well from Student Onesie. I love wearing onesies, especially at Rebirth. I just live in them. They're so comfortable, they're so soft, and they actually keep you warm, especially if you like have a sweater and sweatpants underneath them as well. Fluffy socks or something are also really nice just to put in your shoes, especially during the nights. I would not recommend getting something like with a big tail. I know they look fun. I have that dinosaur one, but the tail is really unhandy when you go to the toilet. They do have a zipper at the ass, so you can just like zip your butt open and go pee. Works really well. Obviously, you're gonna need towels to shower, garbage bags for your laundry and trash, shampoo and all the shower stuff you need, makeup and remover if you wear them. I would also bring period products, and even if you don't have your period, bring them. Even if you don't get a period at all, bring them. It's just so nice when someone needs it and you can give it to them. It's like you help someone out a little. So yeah, period products. Also birth control, if you're on it, make sure to bring it. And condoms are always a good idea, not just for birth control but also for STDs. I do also have a discount code for Easy Toys, so you can get your condoms with a discount for whatever you're looking for. Lube may also be a good idea depending on what your plans are. Also, if you're gonna have sex in a tent, turn off that light I was just talking about, else everyone is going to see you. Maybe lock your tent as well. Just a tip. I already mentioned it, but any wellies or like raincoat or anything like that so you can stay dry. And also flip-flops, especially if you're gonna shower, wear something on your feet because It's kind of gross. Some other stuff I would recommend looking into is what food and drinks you can bring. You're always allowed to bring food and drinks to weekenders. Again, YFood, absolutely amazing to bring to festivals, especially these, because you can just bring a bunch. And the great thing about these is that they fill you up really freaking well. So I usually drink them. I usually eat breakfast, and then just before I like enter the festival, when I'm still at the campsite, I drink one of these. And also once they're empty, I just like flush them out and use them as a water bottle, so I don't have to bring extra water either. I just bring these. Works perfectly, and as I said, these fill you up really, really well. You're full for a few hours, which also saves money at the festival as well. For a lot of like substance users, it's also nice that you can actually drink them, but festival food is really expensive, so I would definitely look into what you're going to bring to a festival. I recommend these. Sometimes they do have limits on what you can bring when it comes to food and drinks, but then that's on the website of the festival itself. I would also recommend bringing a cooler or like ice packs for your food and drinks, especially if you're gonna like barbecue or anything. You can always barbecue at festivals, usually anyway. If you're gonna bring like actual meat or whatever, keep it cool, else you're gonna get sick. And with drinks as well, it's just nice to have, if you're bringing beers or whatever, it's just nice when they're cold, obviously. Toilet paper, bring some toilet paper, or just bring tissues. I also bring these to normal festivals, like day festivals. The toilets are not always great at festivals, let's be honest, and to have some toilet paper or just some tissues to clean yourself up is really nice. You can also bring like hand sanitizer, that's also always a good idea, or like even like the wet wipes to like clean your hands or clean it down there. Great. Another tip is if you don't want any music during the night, most festivals now have like a quiet area where you can put your tent, so look into that if you want to. I mean, I get it, you want some sleep. Sleep is healthy. Oh my god, apparently I didn't close my toilet properly and my cat just flushed the toilet. I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck is that sound? So look at my sexy gym outfit. Okay, let's move on. What the fuck was that? So some extra tips for weekenders, I'm going to read those to you. Again, these are my discount codes. If you want to save some money and you need any like gadgets or anything else, check them out. If you have a lot of stuff, bring a cart. Showers are usually free between certain times of the day. If you want to shower at another time, it costs a token. It's usually worth to use that token and go during the night because it's less busy then. So let me talk about what your tips were, and maybe I'll sprinkle some more in for myself if I think of them. But the first one says, if a stranger annoys you, just walk away. In the big crowd, there's almost no way they will find you, which I agree. If like you don't want to talk to someone, just walk off. Little note for me, if you see me, you can always come to say hi. I know a lot of people doubt like whether I enjoy that. I am a bit awkward in real life though, so I'm warning you for that. But if I'm not like actively filming or whatever, I love meeting you guys, so come say hi. Also, if you see someone getting annoyed or harassed by someone, step in, ask if they're okay, or take them by the hands and, you know, remove them from the situation. I'm gonna skip the ones that I already talked about. Someone says Camelback is a lifesaver, and I think that's a very American thing, or like not Dutch thing. But as I said, you can bring water bags and Camelbacks and stuff like that. Make sure they're empty when you bring them in. Festival Supply also has water bags, so I'll leave a link to that below as well. If there's somewhere you haven't been before, look up a map. That's a really good tip. I would recommend using Epic. It's an app, APPIC. They usually have the map in there. You can make your own timetables in it. A lot of the bigger festivals have their own apps. I just like using Epic. You get notifications when your favorite artists are playing and stuff like that, and it's just like great for my brain when everything is the same. So hydration powders to help you stay hydrated even when drinking alcohol. I don't think this is a very Dutch thing either. I'm not even sure like how it works with bringing in powders, honestly. But maybe if they're like closed off, I don't know. I would have to check that. But yeah, there are supplements that help you not get a hangover and stuff like that. There are supplements that help you stay hydrated, which I think is an interesting thing. So I'll see if I can find some information about that below as well. Take a picture of the code of your locker and share them in the group's chat, and then destroy the paper. So you usually get like a little paper with a code on it for your locker. Again, take a picture of that, destroy it so nobody can find it on the floor and empty your locker. But usually nowadays there's like a little QR code at the lockers that you can scan and get your whole thing online, which I really, really like. Someone says spaghetti uit blik. I mean, I'm sure. Oh, I would bring like one of those little gas heaters, or any heater that you can like make noodles on, knackwurst, whatever you want to eat. Really, really helpful. And just one person of the group that you're going with needs to bring that, and then you can just like have some nice breakfast. That's a good one. Someone says take an extension LED for multiple blocks. That's a good idea. Also, if you're using one of these, hi Bubba, you want to say hi? Oh, take off the little, you know when you screw off a cap and then a little bit of plastic is left? Take that off, then these and the other ones as well, they fit better and your bottle leaks less. And that's pretty much all the stuff you sent in. If you have anything else to add, let me know in the comments. I'm sure there's stuff that I forgot or didn't think about, but these are the basics. I know this was a long video, but I hope it was helpful. I got a lot of questions from people that are quite new to festivals if I wanted to do something like this again, just an updated version. So I hope you like it. I'll leave all info down below. I'll leave the discount codes down below. And all information about me. Let me know if I should do a specific one about Rebirth. If so, I'll do one next week, I think, or the week after. Rebirth is coming up. I'm very excited. And yes, make sure to subscribe. Lots of vlogs are coming up. Masters, going to Close Festival, going to Rebirth. King's Day is going to be really cool as well. I don't think I'm vlogging there. I'll leave all the things I'm working on there as well. I actually do the TikTok and marketing for quite a few festivals now, which is really exciting. So if you're interested in other stuff that I do, you can check it out there as well. Anyways, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at Masters of Hardcore. And of course, at Rebirth when we're starting the festival season. So excited. Okay, bye.